Hello, I'd like to assume you're a new employee. And welcome to Freddi Fazchan's live holographic stage show. The first hard-light hologram stage in America. So yeah, this is a real thing. I mean, you'd think FNAF would finally be able to rest in peace after all these years. But nope. Japan will be Japan, and now we have this. They turned Freddy into an anime girl? Kinda weird, honestly, but hey! At least Five Nights at Freddy's lives on. I guess. Anyway, this is your first shift. But this is more of a training day. Which means nothing too serious here. You're just gonna sit here. Expect next couple of shifts to have more wandering around and patrolling. For now, we put you in the special effects room. Mainly because it's also host to our camera system. It's kinda old, but we really need to save our budget. It works what it does. But let's talk about what's really important. You might know that Freddi Fazchan, the holographic singer, is kind of the main attraction of this place. So Freddy uses one-of-a-kind technology that makes him more lifelike than any other hologram. Basically, she's not just an illusion. She's a real object projected by hidden technology in the walls. The engineers call it hard light, meaning it's a physical object that can be touched, because it's a hard form of light. It also has a really advanced AI, which lets it interact with the audience. Now you might be thinking, that's cool, but why does it matter? Well, every night we have to reset her memory. This is just because if she retained the memories and thoughts from the day before, it might slowly fill the memory in our server room until we have no free storage left. Memories for her are like computer files and they slowly take up space. So think of it like cleaning her recycling bin every night. That means every night we put her into special memory reset mode that takes about 5 hours, with a short reboot every hour. Now while in this memory reset mode, things can get a little complicated. In our Japan locations, we haven't experienced problems yet, but on occasions, the hologram can get incredibly hot, so please don't go near the stage or touch it. You might burn yourself really, really bad. You do not want third-degree burns. Also, it does tend to wander a little bit, usually nothing past the stage area though. It's not like Five Nights at Freddy's or anything, don't worry. Okay, so this is where I have to legally say a bunch of stuff that's probably not gonna happen. Don't worry, it's gonna sound really scary, but that's just any job to be honest. The chances of these things happening is so slim that I bet you'll forget about everything I say in the next few hours, alright. But in case there is an emergency where Freddy manages to go to your location, we've equipped you with a control panel which lets you monitor Freddy's health and stability. We've got a lot of options here, but the option you'll most likely need in case of emergency is Verify Intelligence. Only that resets stability to 100%, so it's a good option. Also, make sure her stability doesn't reach 0. In our prototyping phase, it caused really bad things to happen, such as shutting down the whole facility. In case of a dire emergency, try using that debug teleport option. It'll send the hologram away if it's in your room or outside the window. Also, this is just a personal tangent, but don't trust the temperature bar on the control center. It's usually inaccurate. I had some idiot last night who tried to touch the hologram and burned their pinky because they thought it was body temperature. Alright, I know that was a lot, but I'm just saying, do not use the control center unless you have an emergency. It's not meant to play with the holograms, it's meant for emergencies. So please don't just mess around with things and play with the holograms, just use it for emergencies. It's not your personal toy. I'm not sure you'd do anything like that anyway, just making sure. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye. sure we aren't being robbed. Did I mention you could reset Freddy's projectors in the camera system? It creates a flash in the room, so it's good for freaking out any potential thieves. It also resets Freddy's location, so if she wanders a bit, just do that in case she freaks you out. It usually tends to send her back into her previous room. I mean, you could do it if you're bored. Something to do at least. I might as well tell you what the rest of the control panel stuff does. Need to waste time somehow. Okay, so first option. Verify intelligence takes a bit, but if you hold down the button long enough, it'll make Freddy 100% stable. Quick verify is just another way of doing it, but it sometimes fails. It's instant, but not very reliable. If her song library just connects to the internet to check if there are any more songs she can download. So, it keeps her in place for a bit. Same with refreshing the dance library, but that one typically takes longer to refresh, so that means she's going to be in place for longer. Debug teleport just moves Freddy to a random location. Don't do this unless Freddy gets too close to your room somehow. Like, outside your window, inside your room, that's what I mean. But, you know, that probably won't happen. Alright, you should be good to go for now. See you later, bud.
lonely yet? Well, at least I'm here.
Anyway, this is our first American location, right? But this venue is going to be remodeled into a Hatsune Miku stage soon. This is just kind of like a Halloween theme. This theme is lasting at least until late November and will go under renovation and return in February. This is a bit off script, but do you know how Freddi Fazchan came to be? Do you even know what Five Nights at Freddy's is? Well, it's this old indie horror game that went super viral back in 2014. But after a couple of games, maybe too much games, a few movies, it ran its course. Apparently, a Japanese company that usually makes what I describe as text-to-speech singers wanted to test out their new holographic technology with IPs that weren't their own. Now, it was kinda out of left field, but they bought the rights to the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, and they used that to create these live show locations as well as this Moe Freddy thing. Okay, since you're the only person who's gonna hear this, why in the world did they decide to make Freddi Fazbear an anime girl? Like, he's supposed to be this scary-ass bear, but now he's suddenly cute and kawaii now. Keeping in mind, this is a series based entirely around horror. At least there's Pizza World in the back with a regular hologram Freddy. Speaking of the Freddi Fazbear hologram, it has its own AI too, but it's a lot more basic. Because all it really needs to do is sing to kids and maybe act a little spooky, just like the games. Just something to keep in mind. We've had reports that the Freddy hologram sometimes glitches, and all it really does is drain stability, so just reset the projectors if it does that. It's nothing too serious, man. And with that, I'm gonna take my leave now. Don't forget about Freddy, okay? Not the anime one, the real one in the back. I'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.